Lucky's Market fires worker who attended Charlottesville rally. Andrew Kaplan at Occoquan. The city of Gainesville isn't ready to throw in the towel on white nationalist Richard Spencer's planned September 12 visit to the University of Florida. Mayor Lauren Poe has requested that a discussion with Gainesville police about preparing for what could be a public safety threat be added to the city commission's agenda on Thursday. "It's a huge concern," Poe said. "I have been in discussion with the city manager and police chief and will continue to talk about what our options are." UF President Kent Fuchs announced Spencer's visit, despite it not being finalized, Saturday shortly after violent protest broke out in Charlottesville, Virginia, that left 3 dead and more than 30 injured. The white nationalist rally began Friday with a torchlight march at the University of Virginia to protest the removal of a Confederate statue. Gov. Rick Scott announced Tuesday that he has reached out for the National Guard, state's Department of Highway Safety, as well as Fuchs, in the weeks leading up to Spencer's speech, citing safety as a concern. Though unconnected, on Monday, a Confederate statue was removed from downtown Gainesville in front of Alachua County's administration building at the corner of South Main Street and West University Avenue. Also Monday, Jacksonville's City Council president called for removing a Confederate statue from that city, and residents in Durham, North Carolina, toppled a Confederate monument at the old Durham County Courthouse. Spencer, the editor of Alt-Right.com and president of the National Policy Institute, attended the Charlottesville rally. He often speaks at campuses, including a visit to Auburn University in April, spurring protests and debate over free speech. He is considered a leader in the alt-right movement, and has rejected being called a white supremacist, though he has said his movement is about protecting white identity. Word of Spencer's planned UF appearance has gained national attention and created worry for local officials. On social media and white supremacist websites, commenters expressed their eagerness for the UF event, some posting discriminatory remarks and advocating violence. Those with differing opinions are preparing to combat the UF event with their own rally. On Facebook, more than 2,000 people have indicated they plan to attend an event called No Nazis at UF protest Richard Spencer. Another 5,500 Facebook users have indicated they are interested in attending. Poe said he took notice of a widely shared online forum that declared Florida the next battlefield, while also promoting Spencer's Gainesville visit. "Yes, Florida's gun laws are effing insane. If there was a time for a false flag, this would be it. You can basically open carry and pop someone for saying I'm going to kill you, so words getting shot in Florida legally," wrote one anonymous commenter. Poe said he is also aware of blog posts made by Gainesville resident James M. O'Brien, 44, who was arrested during Saturday's Charlottesville protest for carrying a concealed handgun. O'Brien has shared his political beliefs on Facebook, which includes statements on slavery, the Confederate flag and statues. His website, baconbooksandbullets.com, includes posts that advocate killing leftists and those who protest President Donald Trump. Like O'Brien, there are other locals who welcome Spencer's rhetoric and have shown local support for the cause. Lucky's Market, a Gainesville grocery store, announced on Facebook Tuesday that the company had fired an employee who participated in the Charlottesville rally. A manager with the grocery store said the business is not commenting on the matter and would not name the employee. A Facebook search showed the employee as Jeffrey Thomas Grooms, whose default photo shows him alongside former KKK leader David Duke. Grooms was shown in a viral Now This News video from Friday's University of Virginia protest. Grooms was also one of many who showed up at an April protest to voice their opinion on the removal of Gainesville's Confederate statue. "At Lucky's we believe in equality, inclusion, and love," Lucky's Facebook post said. Poe, who teaches at Santa Fe College, said he often stresses the importance of the First Amendment to students, but said inciting violence is not protected speech. Poe said Spencer targets university communities because he can incite the most emotion from young people. "These are very deliberate tactics," he said. "They want to incite violence." Texas A&M University canceled a September White Lives Matter rally on Monday, citing the events in Charlottesville and a threat to public safety. Spencer was invited to the rally after speaking at the university in December. Nancy Dowd, a constitutional law professor at UF, said the First Amendment protects free speech, including obnoxious and hateful speech, whether public universities support the cause or not. Saying, "You can't come to talk here because of what you're going to say," is called viewpoint discrimination, she said. However, public officials hold the right to place time, place and manner restrictions on any speaker and could impose limits on any speaker if safety is a major concern, Dowd said. Using recent events and evidence could strengthen one's case, she added. If your speech causes mayhem and any reasonable person would know that, then you can regulate or restrict that, she said. The local branch of the NAACP plans to hold a public meeting Monday at Mount Carmel Baptist Church at 6:30 p.m., where state NAACP President Adora Obenweiss is expected to speak. The group's Alachua County branch president, Evelyn Fox, said Spencer's potential visit will be the main discussion topic. Fox said, based on the Charlottesville event, Spencer should not be welcome here. The whole thing was ugly and a display of hate, she said. We do not want that in the city of Gainesville. Fox said she is hopeful the university will call off the event. The thought of Spencer coming to Gainesville is frightening, she said. American Civil Liberties Union's executive director of Florida, Howard Simon, said in a statement Tuesday that the organization stands against the hateful and racist ideology that Richard Spencer espouses, and we unequivocally reject white supremacy in all its forms. But government generally, including public universities like the University of Florida, does not have the authority to silence some voices based on the ideas expressed, he wrote. Especially in a time when our president has trouble finding the capacity to condemn white supremacists, we should not be eager to give that power to government. UF spokeswoman Janine Sykes said the event is still unconfirmed, but officials felt the need to inform the public about the possible event as rumors began to swirl on social media. For many in our community, including myself, this speaker's presence would be deeply disturbing, UF President Fuchs said in a statement about the possible event. What we've watched happen in Charlottesville, VA, in the last 24 hours, is deplorable. I again denounce all statements and symbols of hate. The University of Florida is a community of learners, educators and scholars. We encourage open and honest dialogue, and we strive to build an inclusive environment where hate is not welcome. While this speaker's views do not align with our values as an institution, we must follow law, upholding the First Amendment not to discriminate based on content and provide access to a public space. Sophie Samuels, 19, an education major at UF, said Spencer only wants to come to Gainesville because he knows he is unwelcome. It's not like a student organization here wants him and the other people don't, she said. He just wants to come here when people don't want him. I think it's unfortunate that we have that rule in place that just anyone can come, because it's going to cause a huge ruckus and disruption. Samuels suggested promoting a separate event on campus about love and unity to rise above what he's supporting. Sykes said since National Policy Institute called and reserved the date at UF, the university has contacted local and state law enforcement. The cost for the event and law enforcement service is unknown, Sykes said. The requesting organization would be responsible for security costs, she added, and no fees have been paid. Yet, any event of this nature would require additional officers from the city, county and Florida Highway Patrol and FDLE, she said. We have been talking with all those partners. Sykes said the university is still considering the impact of public safety. We're absolutely weighing all our options and that's certainly one of them, she said. Contact reporter Andrew Kaplan at andrew.kaplan@gavilson.com or on Twitter at Octoplan. Correspondent Daniel Smithson contributed.